Sha no dey talk am.
I say something that my children will not pray a prayer that every patterns in my father's house or my mother's house. I've broken the patterns. I am the new ancestor of my father's house. So
Yes.
none of my children will pray every patterns in my father. They will not have pattern. The only pattern they will see. They will not have to wrestle.
See,
In the place of
I
prayer.
remember there was
The
a day
only thing that they will
someone
wrestle
walked up
is
to
to
me
build their
and
spiritual
the
capacity.
guy asked me a question. He said that, Sola, why? I think we later met in one program. And he said, Sola, why? Shepa ina logun yele to le Tony. That why? Why? Even when I'm at work, without listening to anything, my mouth will be moving. Like practically, he noticed that I was praying, or I am praying. Let me say that. See, if people don't know anything, this is the same topic I discussed with a friend at work. And we both discussed at length. And I told her, I said, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó máa jáde lára mi ò ní tinú ogun bọ́ sínú ogun. The battle my mom fought, my own parents fought. Ogun táwọn yẹn jà tó ń gbélé àwa lọ́wọ́. They could not win those battles. They transferred it to us. It comes to an end over my life. I will not pass it to my children. And that is the reason why I'm praying those prayers. Brother, that is the reason why you will keep on seeing me on mountains. Because upon my own children's life, they are exempted from every negative ancestral flow. I will be the new pattern they will have. Every order. You know, parents need to understand something. For the peace of your children in the future, you need to fight. One need to fight very well spiritually. That is why I love one woman that she said that life itself is 80% spiritual. Let's say the truth. Let's know what we are doing. All those things that we say with our mouth, báyìí ló ṣe rí fún bàbá òun, báyìí ló ṣe rí fún ìyá òun. So, ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ wá jọ, ó jọ ìyá ẹ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ̀, ó jọ tí gbogbo ẹ̀, ó jọ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ means even with everything. That's why sometimes when people say, my daughter looks like me, I will be like, within my mind, I always try to reject it. Facially, she might take my look, but every other thing that deals with negativity, I reject it. So sometimes when you want to say some things with your mouth, that ó dẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ po, ó dẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ po. That means everything with the battle in that person's life, you are automatically using your mouth to transfer it into your child's life. That's why I don't pray gentle prayers. People that knows me very well, I don't pray gentle prayers. Someone once told me, she said something one day. She said, I don't know what have happened, but she said, Auntie Fisola, don't move closer. Don't. Every parent needs to have this understanding that every soul that comes out of you, you are accountable to whatsoever they become in life. God will ask you, how did you deal with them? How did you train them? How did you make them grow? How? What comes out of their life? God will ask us. Ọlọ́run béèrè pé ṣé bí wọn náà ṣe rìn náà làwọn náà ṣe rìn? Why can't he make that change in their own life? Why can't you turn situations around when it comes to them? Let that change start from your own children's head, even if it is possible from your own head. Let that change start from your own life, if it is possible. I don't know why some people are just comfortable with it. Like, hey, bí bàbá rẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ ṣe rìn nìyẹn o. Some of those words sometimes irritate me and make my spirit angry. I'm a new change in my family. My children are new change in their family. That's why I always tell my daughter. And every morning, whenever I want to pray for her, there's one prayer I don't joke with. I always tell her, every negative ancestral flow of your father's house and your mother's house upon your life, you are exempted. No negative pattern will stand. I always tell her, I will tell her in the morning, I call you out of the multitude of every glorious children in that your father's house. I call you out and I exempt you from every negative pattern. Because at a point, things need to change if we don't know. And seriously, parents, let's know what we confess into our child's life, into our children's life. You might even say some things jokingly, but automatically it is stamped. Someone looked at my daughter one day and compared my daughter with someone, and I said, I reject it in Jesus' name. My daughter will not look like this person. My daughter will not walk like this person. He said, it's not my daughter. My daughter is not walking like this person. She will not. The person looked at me that day and she was just like, what are you trying to say? I don't know. She is my daughter. It is whatsoever I permit in her life that will happen. Every other thing that I don't permit will not. What I'm going to hand over to my daughter is going to be peace. Yes, peace. And every other children I give birth to. The sacrifice, the effort, I will pay that sacrifice. The same way my mother did. But it's just that I won't be at a point, but now that we have understanding and we know the source, why can't we just deal with that source? It might be like it was too late for our parents to identify those battles. You can't compare when they identified those battles to when we identified it. They might start fighting those battles late, but we already have the awareness of what, only if you don't want to. So it's better we take hold, we tackle whatsoever it is. I will say it again. Emifisola I'm only jogun what's it called, battle from me. The only thing permitted for my daughter, my children to inherit from me is going to be peace and rest. So that's just it. And God bless this woman for what he said tonight.